Hey, and welcome to Financial Reactions. This is our $10,000 portfolio video series. This video, we're going to concentrate on the groups that are in the weekly category, which would be Granite Shares, Roundhill, Yeildmax groups 1 and 2, Defiance, and Granite. I've broke these up into two different videos. The Dividend Aristocrat Index Fund, monthly ETFs, and monthly dividend stocks will be in a separate video, so I can keep these a little shorter and hopefully you guys can get through them quick and stay entertained. If you're new, do me a favor, go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you're not new, go ahead and like. Leave me in a comment which one of these groups do you think will perform the best over the next 3 weeks. We'll see who's got the best guessing going on. So let's start with Granite Shares. As you can see, we had a little bit of a bounce. We had the war in Iran start, and now we have the pause. So hopefully that mess gets figured out. And as you can see, these weeklies still don't do very well. We've had CWII. This one has had a huge increase in current price. As you can see, the average price is 10, and we're up to 1381. And NVII, the NVIDIA growth, is from $24.99 to $25.52. Those are our only two winners. So let's see how they're paying in dividends. So 7 cents, and that is a 33% yield, and that is in line with history. It's a little on the low side, but we have had some bounces up and down, but it seems to be around 10 cents on that one. This one is 19 cents, 39% on the yield. And 19 cents is that one's considerably lower. So even though the payments have gone down, the price is held. Let's take a look at some of the negatives. Let's take a look at this one, the Palantir, 7 cents, but it's losing its share value. It's only 19% return, and it has a history of paying low. So that is about in line with that. Okay. Any other good ones? No, these have, the bottom is really fallen out on about half their funds. So we only have, the real big winner is CWII. So that's the only one I would consider right now. Roundhill. As you can see, we have portfolios off a little, but we had a good day on Friday. This is April 11th when I'm shooting this, so Friday would have been yesterday. It's taking a second to load today. Alrighty, there we go. So we have about half have done well. So who's our big winner? ARMW. Even though it finished 21 cents down, it paid a 51-cent dividend, which is 103 yield on cost and a current yield of 81. So that is a decent dividend. Okay, if you go, the annual dividend is down here. So it's our 26 for the year. As you can see, this one jumps all over the place. Let's see what the payments have done. Probably about the same. Yeah, they've jumped all over the place. Everywhere from the high 20s to the low 50s. So this just had a good month. As you can see, it was 30, 44, and 51 were the last few. Roundhill, AVGO, paid 30 cents. And that's at 39 and 34 on the yields. And 30 cents is a little down. We've had some 21 up to 50. So 30 is a little on the low side. Roundhill, that one's up a little. We got 38.85 and it's up to 40. 19-cent dividend. Week is 7-cent dividend. And this one, AAPW, is 21 cents. It's a loser, but let's see what it's done. 21 seems to be okay. Seems to be near the high end of its average. And Yeildmax Group 1. They all seem to have this dip right here, as you can see, following the overall market and a little recovery. We can see that a lot of these are above their $10,000 start price. And you'll see they're in red. It's showing negative. That's because it's dollar cost averaging on buying shares every week when the dividends pay. So if the initial cash input was $10,000, this one you still have your total $10,000, but you have used your dividends to buy more shares, and that's why it's showing up as a negative number. So the best is Chippy. Paid 44 cents. That one had an 81-cent recovery, so that was pretty nice. Let's see the dividend. 44 cents is completely in line. 40 to 50 cents is where it's jumping, so it's a little less than half, but that's okay. This one, 22 cents. These are a little higher on their yields, so let's see. 22 is a little on the low end for its highs of in the 30. These seem to always trail off in dividend payment to the share price. So let's hope these share prices keep recovering and the markets keep going up slowly. 5E paid 14 cents. That one paid 37 cents. And that was even a loser. So 19 cents. And don't forget, this is Saturday. A lot of these paid Thursday or Friday. So that payment came out of the share price. So about beginning of next week, Monday, Tuesday, hopefully they'll recover their dividend payout. Yeildmax Group 2. This one is a little flatter, but this is a larger portfolio. As you can see, there's a lot more holdings in this one, so the price fluctuation will probably look a little flatter, but still we only have a handful of winners. We have AMD, HIYY, Fiat, TSMY, Crash, Morrow, GUI, and NVIDIA. So let's see, why is AMD? Oh, had a nice jump in price, and it paid a 50-cent dividend. So there you go. That's a really nice one there. Let's see what the averages are. 50 cents seems to be a really good payment. As you can see, it's had some 30s in the past. So we'll take 50 every week. Let's jump out down near the bottom and see what's happened with the loser. Oh wow, look at that price for Snow. Snow went down from 9.27 average, and it's down to 6.31. So every week when you get this dividend payment of 10 cents, you're going to be buying shares at the lower price, the 6.31. So this average will actually come down a little bit as you buy more underpriced. But kind of this one and this one, they really need to get their price per share up more so than the dividend payments. And Defiance, same thing, recovery. Who's the winner? BMNR option. That one's a level price, paid 15 cents, so 50-cent return. That's actually a really good return if it stayed. And you can see this one has jumps between high of 30, low of 10, so 15 is not the greatest, but let's hope with the share price increasing, those dividends increase. Does anybody have a really high share price on this one left? No, these are all in the 20s. So this one, you can see the share price went up on an $8, it paid 9 cents. So that's actually not bad on a percentage basis, because you don't expect an $8 fund to pay you a 50-cent dividend. It'd be nice if they would, but yeah, I wouldn't expect it. So this one's 11 cents. and that's a little low. You can see it was in the mid-teens up to 20, and then it dropped down, and it seems to have stayed down for the last several weeks. And the last but not least is Granite Shares. This one has just gone down, 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 down. I mean, our values of our total portfolio are holding, but as you can see, nobody is making money in this fund. So you can tell some of these, they all pretty much, like this follows AMD. So anybody else who does AMD should follow along fairly steadily. But for some of these that aren't keeping up, you can see that their dividends are dropping also. So when you look at the group overall, this might just be who's running these funds. So if Yeildmax is doing okay on the same underlying, or if Roundhill's doing the same, or Rexshare's doing the same on the same underlying, then it seems like this whole company, Granite Shares, they just need to get their poop in a group, because they are not doing good at all. Even though we have, that one has increased in total value, because you have a lot of shares and they're paying dividends, so the increase. So this one is, what's happened is it's staying steady, but it's dropping slowly. But with so many shares, if the price doesn't recover enough to offset the dividend payment when they reduce the share price, you're gonna lose every month. But like I said, overall, this one, if you cashed it out, you would still have more than you put into it if you're not taking into account the cash received from dividends. So that's that for this week. Like I said, I'm going to try and make these a little quicker for you guys. I know there's a lot of information. So do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe. And if you want, like I said, if you have a particular dividend vehicle that I'm not following, let me know. If I get enough people to ask, I can do an add to this portfolio. All right, guys. So take care of yourselves, take care of your body, take care of your finances, and we'll see you in the next video.